Okay, so we're coming to the end of our Spanish trip. Penultimate day on the road. I thought I'd just do a little video because it's a great day's riding, actually. Not so great weather, but some great roads. We're in Avila, which is to the west of Madrid, which is a walled city. Great place to spend a night if you want somewhere to have a good wander around. So we left there that morning. Weather forecast not so great for the day. We've got about a 240-mile day if we're going to do the full GPX route. So I always provide a GPX and a road book, and it's for people to decide if they want to do the full route or go more direct and cut out some of the side attractions that are sort of planned out that day. But I wanted to do the full day. I was looking forward to it. We were going to stop at Valley of the Fallen and then on to Sad Hill Cemetery, which was just south of Burgos, where we were staying tonight, where we're heading for tonight. Not very good weather, to be honest. It's one of them days where you look at the forecast and you look out the window and reality meets expectation, and it's deep fog, bit of rain, just poor visibility. The road was pretty good. I mean, it climbing altitude, so it starts to get a little bit chilly, but as long as you've got some good waterproofs on, you're going to be all right with that. And just taking it steady as we rolled up and over the tops, just keeping a good distance on traffic in front, and just keeping your wits about you, really. And then we dropped down, so we're west of Madrid now, not too far out of Madrid. Went past like a big old palace, like Buckingham Palace. That sort of came from nowhere. That was very dramatic. And then we took the forested road out to Valley of the Fallen. So Spain obviously has had a pockmarked history, civil war, and it's not a country or a period of history I know much about. But this Valley of the Fallen it's a huge cross that was originally erected to mark the point where Franco, the dictator, the fascist dictator of Spain, in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, I think, where he was buried. And it stands at the top of the hill, very dramatic, great road up to it, and then it sort of strikes you, this huge towering cross on the top of a rocky crag. And I think that there's a bit of turbulence as to what's going to happen with it. I think obviously, I think Spain as a whole sees some shame in that period of their history. So I don't think they celebrate this place so much. And Franco's remains have been exhumed and taken somewhere else, but apparently it's something like 33,000 other bodies buried in the tombs underneath the cross. So it's a very complex, murky, but very important part of Spanish history. So it was great to see it, actually. Just one of those places you have to go out your way to take in and try and make some sense of the place you're riding through. And then we carried on, took some really good twisty roads. So the ski resort's just north of Madrid. So we headed up the twisty roads there, still fog and things, and then along through quite dense forested, twisty tarmac sections, wet, greasy roads, a lot of pine cone needles on the floor. So something to be mindful of. It was just a nice steady ride. I was riding with Dave, who's been a business partner at the speed shop, and he's come on all the tours this year. He's just a good backup man, he guides people, and he just keeps an eye on things. Good socialiser, so excellent for doing that duty when I sometimes don't feel like it. And just had a nice ride together. He's on his 1200 Bonneville, and we just meandered through this forest and then down the other side, and we started picking up the road for what's it called? Sad Hill Cemetery. So it's there where they filmed The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and there's still the cemetery up on the hill that you go and find. And I think it's a reenactment of the original that was used in the film, but it's a place that a lot of people head towards, just to the southeast of Burgos. And we rode up there. There's a dirt track to get there. It's actually useful just to see what the Ryu was like, the 500 Aventura, see what it could be like on more tricky dirt sections. And it performed well. The suspension seemed to soak up those drainage ditches across the road. We had a nice little spin up there, and then up to Sad Hill, an epic place just to have a roam around. It was apparently built by the American Army for the filming of the Clint Eastwood film. I think, is it a 1960s film? So we had a good look around there, sent the drone up, and then we caught the road back up to Burgos. Burgos itself, splendid little place, really, really enchanting cathedral town, city. And we were staying at the Maison del Cid Hotel that overlooks the cathedral, so got beautiful views of the cathedral, and just a good day's riding. It's one of those days where you don't kind of know what's gonna happen. The weather forecast's not great. Temptation to cut corners, taking a slightly direct route, but we persevered with the original intended route. Was met with some really good corners, some great scenery, and then obviously the worthwhile attractions of places like Valley of the Fallen and Sad Hill Cemetery, which I think really, will give you some fond memories of the country. So Spain, coming to an end. We had news that the ferry from Santander back to Plymouth has been delayed by 3.5 hours. So it's one of those things, isn't it? Travelling and going with the flow and taking it as it comes. Which is, I had a group meal down in the town, and Spain, good place to roam. Cheers.